Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys why I might be switching over to keyboard and mouse permanently. Not permanently, like every now and again I will play on controller, or I might hybrid and mainly play on keyboard and mouse, because right now I mainly play on controller and stuff. So yeah, today I'm gonna be telling you guys why I am going to be playing on keyboard and mouse. Well, I might be moving on to keyboard and mouse permanently. So basically the first thing is that my edits are just way like cleaner and so much more smoother, and just like I can actually like edit nicely and I don't mess up all the time. I mean, I do mess up all the time, so I don't like mess up my double edits that much. Like on controller I wouldn't have been able to make that. I would have had to go like this, do one out here and then double edit. So that's one reason, is just my editing's better. My building isn't, wouldn't say better, but it's good-ish. It's good-ish because I didn't permanently play on keyboard and mouse before, as you guys know, because, well, I'm making this video. So that's another one of my reasons. I will be getting better at building, obviously, in the future. Also at my cone jumps. One downside about me switching is that my aim is so bad on keyboard and mouse, but that's not the, like, you're probably going like, well, then you should just stay on controller. The thing is on controller, I get it maybe a little bit easier, but on keyboard and mouse, I just feel like it's so much more like spacious, and for you to aim, you have basically a whole thing for you to aim and stuff, which is your mouse. You can also use it for building purposes, like what I do. That was very bad. And yeah, I just find everything on keyboard and mouse just so much more consistent for me. Like, if I mess up an edit, then that would be fine on keyboard and mouse, because I can just quickly recover and do a fast edit. And on controller, my editing isn't that fast. I do use the default one, and if I just switch to keyboard and mouse, because I'm already a bit used to it, then it would just be faster instead of changing my full edit keybind on controller and redoing that. It's not just the editing that I'm like wanting to switch, it's because like keyboard and mouse, if you see all the pros, they like basically all of them play on keyboard and mouse, and see how they can get, like I can get to their level one day if I practice enough on keyboard and mouse, because I used to just practice on controller. So that's also another reason. It's just keyboard and mouse is, you have two separate things to use. So like your keyboard is for like your movement, some of your builds, and switching between your guns, and the same is basically for your mouse, just you shoot with your mouse as well. And yeah, so just the fact that you can have two separate things, I also like that, because on controller, you know, you've just got the two joysticks, and yeah, you just got the two joysticks, your buttons, and so basically everything on the control. It just also, if it's like hotter, it's just easier for you to just spread your arms out, and you can still play the same skill. Like, you don't have to have your hands so close together, because it's hot. You don't want your hands to get all like sweaty so fast. And yeah, also another reason why I find keyboard and mouse a bit better is because the aiming, I think I've already said this, just the aiming is like, your aim can get really good. Because on controller, aim assist, I don't think aim assist is a thing. Because you use your joysticks, and just using joysticks to aim may be easier than having to like, you know, move your whole thing. That's like another thing why it's kind of stopping me so fast from just switching, because of the aiming. But I know that I can get better aiming, because right now, like, my aiming is really bad. That's why a lot of the time I go into creative fills and kind of just practice while talking to myself, and say I'm party chat, because just talking to people and listening to people just sometimes puts me off, and just sitting alone in a creative just helps me focus. And when I'm playing creative fills, I like to not talk and not to hear anybody, because then I know that nobody's really talking to me, and I can just stay and do what I'm doing just against people. So I'm basically like in a creative, but by myself, but just with people and not talking to them. Because in my opinion, to do a creative by yourself to practice with your building is probably the best thing to do. In a one by yourself. Because if you go and run with with people, and you're like, whoa, you're like really bad, and say if it's like a you know those ones where you like spawn in a room, and then people fight in that room. It may be one of them, and then you can't get out of that room to like practice building. But I mean, that is pretty good practice for box fights. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to be a professional player. Like, I want to be a professional player, but I'm not. But I will be getting there. Also, people say not to plug your keyboard and mouse into your PS4 because there's like a delay. I don't find there a delay at all. There's no delay for me. Like, I don't have a delay, and I don't think anybody has a delay that they can see. It only matters if the delay is like really bad and you can see it, then obviously you kind of don't want a bad delay and stuff. Also, people say that they don't want to switch to keyboard and mouse because of the keyboard that they have. You don't have to have a good keyboard to be good on keyboard and mouse. You could have, like, say you get like a computer that you use for like schoolwork or something, not a laptop or anything, just like a desktop or something. You can use the keyboard from there and still be good. Because as you guys can probably hear, I do have a mechanical keyboard. That's not what makes me good. It's just how much that I practice on keyboard and mouse on my building. And you kind of don't want to get used to a keyboard and then switch. Like, you don't want to consistently switch, because that's just gonna get you hard. It's just gonna get harder to you know, focus on a keyboard, a feel, because you know you want to have a good feel of a keyboard if you're going to want to play good. And yeah, so I have an e-blue aluminum alloy impression. This is I got it quite a bit ago, so I've learnt the feel of it, and I have not switched keyboard. I did have an old keyboard that I got from a desktop, and I did get that. I did use that, but that didn't change my skill. I mean, I kind of was worse back then, but that was only because of my skill. I never played creative as much as I do now to like practice. You know, if you play creative that much, it doesn't really matter. It just means that you're trying to get better, or you're just doing something fun. So yeah, sorry if I keep on like pausing and stuff. It's because sometimes I just pause and like to focus on building. Don't know why I do that, but I do. And yeah. So yeah. I maybe in the future there may be a video of me saying I'm switching to keyboard and mouse. And then after I switch to keyboard and mouse, there may be another one after that saying I'm switching back to controller. I don't know, but for now, I'm a hybrid player. That means that I am decent on both things. So yeah, if you guys went on to enjoy the video, and it I gave you some tips on if you weren't sure on if you wanted to switch to keyboard and mouse, there's some reasons why you should. There was a couple reasons in there why you, I wouldn't say shouldn't, but like the down parts of it if you're used to controller like me. But because I practiced for quite a bit, then you know, yeah. Okay. So if you guys went on to enjoy the video, please like and subscribe for more videos like these. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, see ya.